Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Chip. And I'm Courtney.
You're Chip. We're digging up our past, looking forward to our future, and showing up for the present, all while learning how to live magically.
Hey, Shelby, what was your takeaway from today?
I think my takeaway from our conversation, mainly about you, was that when life gives you lemons, I want to say, did you ever watch that show? It was like, when life gives you lemons, you make, I want to say beef stew. Okay, never mind.
Absolutely disgusting.
It was like he was like a YouTuber. And he's like,
Never.
chapstick looking for my Oh, okay. When life gives you lemons, you made lemonade. You started a business and it could have just completely shut down, but you chose to, sit back and look at things in a different light and figure out what you were going to do next. And it took off and it worked out for you. So I think, when life gives you lemons, don't just make beef stew. I'm just kidding. Make lemonade. No, don't get yourself down on things if they don't go the way that you planned. There's another plan. You just gotta find it. So that was my takeaway from today's episode. Today we talk about you and get to know you and who you are and how you became successful, I guess, and still are. It was
Maybe
great.
I
am very, very excited. I already said this. You're gonna hear it again, but I'm just very excited for people to learn about you. All right.
Thanks, Shelbs.
Let's do this. Here we go. How are ya?
I'm all right. How are you?
I love getting to talk to you all the time now. I mean, not that we didn't talk all the time before, but now it's like we have a reason.
Right. No, I love it. It's
and
great.
We just record it for everybody to hear.
I love it.
Lucky everyone.
That's how I feel when I get new Shelby shirts. I'm like, ooh, a new excuse
nice
to wear
shirt.
Shelby shirts all the time. Yeah.
It is July, but proud. I love that pumpkin shirt.
I'm committed to the vibe.
You're trying to make it feel cooler where you are. I get it.
I am. I'm trying to pick some apples and carve some pumpkins.
I think you need to pick oranges down there.
You're right.
All right. What'd you do this week? What do you got for me?
Oh my gosh. I didn't do a lot, but I did get to go to a really cool cast member event. I have a friend.
You sent me pictures of you and Chip.
Of me and Chip. Yeah. I got to go. It was awesome. We chose Hollywood Studios as our park. Yeah. And then myself and a friend who's a cast member got to go into the park.
It was it was an after hours thing, late night.
It was like an after hours thing, right? They shut it down for everybody except cast members and their guests. But there was all kinds of really cool entertainment, such as Chip and Dale just dancing in the street for everyone to see.
Wait,
I really got down with them.
I've seen somewhere on the internet. Did they play Happily Ever After at some point?
Not
the one you were at.
Did I miss it?
I don't know. I've heard that they've I've seen pictures or videos of them playing Happily Ever After down Hollywood Boulevard. The dream, right?
That's the dream. That definitely didn't happen when I was there, and we were there until 1 a.m. So.
Oh my gosh, you stayed until 1 a.m.
So late for me. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, are you still recovering?
Yeah, I'm literally from a week ago. I'm still recovering.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's true. Sleeping in.
I believe it.
What about you? What did you do this week?
Well, I feel like I haven't done a whole lot. I'm still on that Peloton train.
Getting those blue dots?
I have a month straight of blue dots right now, and it is so satisfying. You know what I said to someone the other day? It makes me feel like I am mentally strong because, how they always say that, working out is supposed to help you, mentally?
Yeah, totally.
I think what it clicked for me was wow, I'm mentally strong where I haven't made up an excuse to not work out.
Yeah, I think it's huge.
So in my mind, I'm wow, I can do anything if I can work
out superhero
every single day for a month.
Yeah, but that's true because usually what I say to myself is you can do anything for 10 minutes, right?
Well, that's what we said on that last 10 miler.
On that last,
you can do anything for 30 seconds.
That's how you got me through. You were you can literally do anything for 30 seconds. Just freaking jog, Uber.
Every single time. And for 3 hours.
Literally for right.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, that's pretty much all I've done is work out, I guess.
Yeah, but that's like commitment.
Thanks.
I'm impressed.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you. I mean, I've worked. Yeah. I've worked. I just haven't done anything of exciting.
Right. Nothing like exciting. Nothing of note.
Nothing to talk about here that anybody would care about. You know what? I celebrated Christmas in July. I celebrated Christmas in July. And I made...
What'd you do?
I made this like burger that was so freaking good. It was a turkey burger.
Oh, I saw it.
With like stuffing. And, oh my God, it was so good.
I don't think I realized it was a burger. I thought it was like a turkey stuffing dinner.
No, I made like a turkey burger, which I don't usually like care for turkey burgers, but it was like really good. I was very proud of myself.
Turkey burgers are my new favorite now that they're 0 points, and I'm like trying to do that.
Yeah, we started Weight Watchers together.
Yeah.
I would prefer like a veggie burger over a turkey burger.
No.
Oh. Well, you know what though? Yeah. No, maybe not all.
No.
Okay, so turkey. Okay, you're right. Well, my one that I liked yesterday was like good, so I must have seasoned it right, and now I can get on board the turkey burger train. All right. Anyways, great. We really went off track there.
We did. Glad you had a good week.
I'm glad you had a good week. All right. It wasn't as good as last week though, because I wasn't there.
Oh, it's true. Can't argue with that.
I figured. Okay. Today we're learning all about you.
Ooh.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everybody to listen to this because, like, I mean, I put my life out there on social media, so I feel like most people knew my story, kind of, sort of, in a way, maybe, or they could have dug deep and found it. You are a little bit more private, and so I'm excited to people to, like, really learn how amazing you are.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
That's true.
I'm so nervous.
Why?
I don't know.
No.
I don't feel like anything special.
It is very special. I brag about you like all the time to others. So I was just doing it in the hall to Alex. Okay.
Thank you.
But it's true. Let's learn all about you.
Let's do it.
Okay. I want to go back to, so you live in Florida now.
I do.
But you didn't always live in Florida. You're not like from there.
No.
So what brought you to Florida?
So I'm like born and raised Pennsylvania and went to Penn State University, and I met my now husband there.
I feel like after you say Penn State, you're supposed to say like, what's your thing?
You say like we are, and then you say Penn State. So like, we are.
So you should have said, I went to Penn State. We are.
We are.
Okay. That was a very Kyle thing for me to do. Sorry.
Then you have to say Penn State.
Oh, okay. So you went to Penn State.
We are.
Penn State.
You nailed it.
Okay,
great.
Thanks. Okay, great.
So I went to Penn State.
Yeah.
Met my husband there. My husband is younger than me, but when he graduated, I was working in State College, which is the town Penn State is in at the time. When he graduated, he got a job in Florida. We moved to Florida after running the Princess Half Marathon. And in February, when it was like snowing and gross in Pennsylvania and lovely and warm in Florida, decided to move.
Was that like one of your first times at Disney?
Was not one of my first times at Disney, but it was like I made a 3-inch binder of notes of like where you could get the cheapest snacks and like where to use your snack credits. And
totally different than how you Disney now. Yeah.
Totally different than how I Disney now. It's so funny. I think I still have the binder though. We should look at it one day.
We really should.
It would be great.
Okay. So
so ended up in Florida, moved from Pennsylvania.
And then, so AJ, your husband, he was working for the Mouse. When we moved here, he was working for a company called Bags. Oh, really? I thought you moved there because he got a job with the Mouse.
He got a job with Bags, and Bags is a company that does luggage service for the Magical Express.
Okay.
That no longer exists, but like the people who got your bags from the airport onto the Magical Express and then from the Magical Express to your room, that was like a third party operator, and he got hired by them to do tech nerd stuff.
AJ stuff.
Yeah, AJ stuff.
Okay, got it. So you move close, but you live like literally, you lived in an apartment very close to the Mouse. Yeah. So you were in like the backyard of Disney.
Fun fact, we lived in a hotel for the first 3 months that we lived in Florida.
3 months?
3 months we lived in a hotel in downtown Orlando because I was convinced, like prior to this crazy idea of moving to Orlando, we were moving to New York City and we were all about it. So when we decided to move to Orlando, I was like, definitely we're going to live in the city. We're going to be like downtown people. Kept looking at like condos.
I can't get over this. 3 months in a hotel.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't even know you.
All this research, all this stuff. And the reason we ended up where we are is because AJ, my husband, had like Disney Traditions, which is this program that you go through if you work for Disney, and like you also go through it if you're a third party. So he was third party with this bags company, so he went through Traditions.
Okay.
Anyway, it was like back off of Reams Road, which is now back here kind of near where I live.
Yeah.
But like we came to this training and there was nothing and no one back here.
So literally wild.
Nothing. And we rented the first apartment in the first complex in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And like now we live right down the street from where that apartment was. We just like
I remember we drove by it a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. So.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 months.
That's insane to me. Did you not have Speck at the time, your dog?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. So you're in Orlando. Did you like get an annual pass right when you moved there? I had assumed that AJ worked for the Mouse, so you got your annual pass through that.
Yeah, no, we didn't. And so I was like all about the budget hacks because we were like dead broke because I didn't have a job.
You just got out of college.
We just got out of college. Yeah. His first job, we were like paying to live in hotels. It was very expensive.
Yeah.
So I was all about the cheap. Like on Friday date nights, I would make him like take me to the Wilderness Lodge to ride the boat between like the Wilderness Lodge and the campground. Or whatever. Because like it was free. You could get in. I loved it. I got to be at Disney. Like...
Too funny.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have like an annual pass until he got then hired by Disney.
Right.
And then you jumped on board.
Right.
The Disney train.
Got an annual pass. Yeah.
You're like, I'll go to the parks all the time.
All the time.
Which I want to say this is probably roughly around the time we met-ish. So did you have a job in Florida? Sorry. I'm jumping all over the place. So I
nannied.
Okay, you nannied.
That was the time, remember, that the snake fell out of the sky.
Oh my, can you tell people that story that you told me the other day?
Just like fun fact, I was babysitting a small child in Florida and like we were walking through a park, a bird flew overhead, dropped a snake right in front of my face. It was horrifying because I thought snakes were flying from the sky.
Add it to the list of reasons I will never live in Florida.
I was like, get me out of this state ASAP. I hate it here.
No. But okay.
Here we are.
So you nannied.
I nannied.
Okay.
Yeah, but like no real job. I could never get like a real job. Like
out of college. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, no, I had jobs out of college in state college in Pennsylvania. But when we moved here.
Nothing
but
in
like
Florida.
Once I had an interview with DVC.
Yeah.
And my phone call dropped in the parking lot because it was like so remote where we lived that like there was no cell service. And I was like in the middle of a phone interview with DVC and my phone call dropped. And I was like horrified that Disney would never hire me. And
oh, man.
I know.
Okay, but looking back, wasn't meant to be.
No.
Okay, so tell me the story then about, I guess, how Mouse to Your House was born then. I mean, I know, but let's get into it.
It's a great story.
It really is.
I think it's like very touching. Yeah.
It is.
So my college professor, her name is Jen. Dr. Chrisman Ishler is her name. She's the best.
I have met her. She's very sweet.
Yeah, Dr. C. So we stayed in contact after school. I actually assistant taught classes with her at Penn State before I left. So anyway, I moved down. She called me one day and said like, there's this Disney Vera Bradley print coming out. It's new. This was like back before Disney did collabs with other brands. So it was like very unique, very whatever. So this was like a release. They were going to have like a morning event where you like went and got it. Could I please get her like one bag from this collection? And I was like, sure, absolutely. I'll get you a bag. This is before my husband worked for Disney.
Oh, okay. So
Worked for bags. So we wait in line to get this bag, and this couple in front of me buys the maximum amount that you're allowed to buy, which is 14 pieces at the time.
At the time, because that's not a thing anymore.
No. Now you can buy a maximum of 2.
Mm-hmm.
14 pieces of every item in the collection, and has all the people in line behind her buying 14 pieces of the same collection. And I'm like, this is very interesting. Why is this happening? I don't know. My mom was an entrepreneur and sold Beanie Babies on eBay, like back in the 90s.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I knew about eBay. So I was like, this is interesting. I'm going to pick up this bag for my teacher friend, but I'm also going to grab like one extra and throw it up on eBay.
Okay. So you were able to get one, even though they had everybody buying them.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody, at least I was able to get one.
Yeah.
But I bought like 2 bags, one for my friend, one to put on eBay.
Okay.
I literally like turn around in my car, snap a picture of it in my back seat, list it on eBay, like no description, no nothing, whatever. It sells literally before I pull in my driveway.
Shut up.
And I was like,
that's what these people are doing.
Yeah. Well, and like more where my brain went was like, there are more people like my friend Jen who love Disney stuff that can't get it because they don't live down here. And I never realized that was like a problem that people had. Wanted park exclusive merchandise or whatever that you couldn't buy unless you were here.
Yeah.
So that's
because this is before like Shop Disney was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
So like this was before Shop Disney
was a thing.
Yes. We'll get to that. But
yeah. This was like, you couldn't, and you weren't allowed to like call Disney and place like a phone order, really. They had like one number you could call, but it was like a whole thing. So yeah, it was like back before, if you wanted something from the parks, you had to pay park admission to get into the park and parking and to buy your item, whatever you wanted, plus like travel to and from the park, your hotel, whatever, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, this is interesting. I'm going to be a personal shopper. I'm going to pick items up at like a flat rate for people. So I can cut out the eBay fees and whatever and not charge people those. But also I can make like a consistent amount of money of profit. So it's worth my time and energy to like, because it's a lot of work to go and like pick up 1 million bags and put them in, it's like shirts, like put everything in mailers and make sure everybody gets the right thing.
Right. But even more so for you, you're like going all the way to a park.
Right. Going all the way to a park. And then like my big like claim to fame was pattern placement.
Yes,
so, like,
I
on
do.
A Vera Bradley
you taught me all about this.
I love it. Yeah. So like on a bag, you could buy a Dooney and Burke or a Vera Bradley Disney bag that like has Mickey decapitated.
Right on the front.
Right on the front.
Yep.
Just because like that's where the print is cut. It's like how the fabric is designed. And like to me, to pay $250 for a purse bag with a decapitated Mickey.
Right. Which the whole reason why you're buying it is probably for Mickey.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that was one of the services that I could offer as part of being a personal shopper is like, oh, who's your favorite character in this print? Oh, you really like Pooh Bear? I'll make sure Pooh is on the front.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So
it's pretty cool.
That is the wild story of basically. Yeah. So did you started off with Mouse to Your House on eBay or?
Yeah, I started with Mouse to Your House on eBay, but like only for a couple of months. And then like you, I found I was in all these Facebook groups and people were like talking about the bags in the Facebook groups.
Yep.
And I was just like noticing that. And then I realized that if I cut the eBay fees out and sold to people directly, they could get them cheaper. And also I could get more business because like, if I'm selling them at the cheapest you can buy them,
you're going to go through you, not eBay.
You're going to go through me, not eBay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So by Facebook groups, I was born.
Same.
Crazy.
That is crazy. Like, I mean, we discussed that last episode about just how the internet is a wild, wild place.
Yeah.
But so, okay. So how long would you say I remember, sorry, I'm all over the place, but I remember I was visiting once and we had just left, I believe, a park and you were like, they just dropped these bags. We need to go pick these up. We were going to Epcot and we had to run. We ran in. I remember we ran in and you were like, can you get this, this, and this? And I was like, okay, sure. Just, I don't know. Tell me what to do. And there's still a picture of us and we're like holding these just like big bags of purses. I want to say it was like a flower and garden purse, but I might be wrong. But
it was 110% a flower and garden purse. It was like the teal navy blue one.
Yes. I think I had it one. I think I had that one. But so we went in and did that. And I remember looking for placement and It's so funny because my mom now, like whenever she comes with me to Disney, she's like, we got to find the good placement.
Heck yeah.
Learn from the best.
That's
okay.
right.
So
it's awesome.
how long would you say, so that's Mouse to Your House. It took off. You're a personal shopper. Now I remember, we weren't as close. I wouldn't say, I mean, we were going on trips together, obviously, because I went shopping with you that one time, but, Shop Disney gets announced.
Yeah.
And basically what Shop Disney is doing what you're doing, although you cannot get the placement. And they opened up an app where you could buy Shop Disney, pretty much anything in the parks. Because I was like, park merchandise was not available on like DisneyStore.com or something like that. It was all just generic Disney stuff, not necessarily park stuff. So Shop Disney opens, and I remember you being like, well, this is not great. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's kind of your business, right?
Yeah, it was like a little bit of a panic moment because I was nervous, of course, for my business and like it's what I was doing to make money. But I also had like a little ethical dilemma inside because for me, like, honest to God, I did the personal shopping because I wanted people to have something that they couldn't otherwise get.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think that was fair to like gatekeep on. Like the only way you can get a Mickey, Dooney, and Burke is if you spend $1,000 on a hotel plus $1,000 on a park ticket plus the money on the bag, whatever. Like if you can't afford a trip this year to get that bag, that's not fair. I should be able to
just get it,
mail it to you.
Yeah.
So once the app came out, I was like, number one, obviously my business is going to go away.
Yeah.
Because this app came out. But also, like, I don't want to do this business anymore. If there is a place I can direct people where they can get stuff cheaper, because you could pay.
Of course, you don't want to like
price.
Right. Although they could get a decapitated Mickey.
They totally could get a decapitated Mickey. And I still had people reaching out to me asking, like, no, I want you to pick a bag for me because you know what I like. But yeah, that was like a moment of
what the heck are you going to do?
Yeah.
But I also think deep down you knew this wasn't like, you knew personal shopping was not like your forever by any means. Like,
no, it's not something I ever intended to do.
Yeah.
It just kind of fell into my lap at a time when I wasn't working.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I wouldn't even necessarily say you totally enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it
to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. It also got like very tiring because like the merchandise that people want is the hot, like exactly the story you just told. Like it's Flower and Garden and it's the first day. Yeah. So like they want it on day one.
Yeah.
They want to see what the pattern is, get the best pattern, have it mailed to their house as soon as possible, be like one of the first holders of the bag.
Right. So, which was like, it was drop everything.
Like stressful.
Yeah, because you had to drop everything and go, or you're not going to get it.
And Disney would never provide that kind of information of like, we're going to drop now it's this whole situation. Now it's like a new design is coming out and we're going to release it on Wednesday at 10 p.m. And you can have a nice organized line outside and 2 per person and like all these things, which is much better way to do it.
Well, of course they got smarter. They learned.
Right. They learned. But like back in the day, it was like a free for all that you didn't know when the stuff would come out unless you were watching on Facebook and like saw that a bag was on somebody's post.
I'm just thinking about the cast members working during drops. That's got to be pure hell.
Pure hell.
Okay, so then what made you like sit back and be like, well, this isn't the end of Mouse to Your House. I'm going to essentially rebrand, but in a way.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're still Mouse to Your House, but you were creating something new. Like what made you sit back and be like, okay, it's time.
Severe left-hand turn. Yeah. I knew that I needed to do something, obviously. And at the time, I don't know if you know this, but I also was a Disney travel agent.
Oh, I don't think I knew that you were a travel agent.
I was like registered as a Disney travel agent, and I booked a few trips for people, but like nothing crazy. But any trips that I did book, I was making a gift basket and delivering it to their room for their arrival. Nothing crazy, just like I would go to the grocery store and get, if it was like a family with kids, I would get like fruit snacks and
just a thank you.
Light up
gesture.
Yeah, just like a thank you of like little stuff you want to use in the park that could be fun.
Yeah.
I was making these gift baskets for my own clients, and I posted a couple pictures on my Mouse to Your House personal shopping social media. Like, look, clients are checking, because I had like a cute Pop Century background or something.
Yeah.
Look I'm dropping this off. And then actually another member of the candle group that was a travel agent called me and was like, hey, that's so cool that you can do that for your clients because you're in the area.
Yeah.
Can you do that for my clients? And I was like, sure, I'll do it for your clients. So I started making baskets for her clients too.
Oh,
and then,
I didn't. That is so funny though, that Facebook group. I cannot.
Wild.
I don't think we've ever would have put all this together if we didn't like sit down and have these conversations. Wild.
Yeah. That Facebook group is like everything.
Yeah. Thank you all, if you were listening, that you were in that Facebook group. We appreciate
we love all of you. Also, unrelated but totally related, Jenny from the Facebook group is like a TikTok celebrity now.
No way.
Yeah. You're going to have to,
they moved to California. Yeah.
Yeah, they moved to California and she's like doing great. She's like a plus size Miss America or something.
Good for her. Oh, that's amazing.
Really crushing it.
That is amazing. Okay.
Yeah, so everybody's nailing it. Anyway.
Really are. So we'll have other people from that. We'll have to have other people from that Facebook group on here.
I think so.
I know Ashton will do it. And Kate would too. Okay.
Kate, I hope so.
Okay, we're off track. So you start making gift baskets. Now at this point, did you completely stop personal shopping?
Yeah, I almost immediately, when the app came out, put up a like an automated response in my inbox that triggered for anybody who had a request for me, that sent back like, here's a link to the Shop Parks app. You should definitely use this instead.
Out. Yeah. Awesome.
So I was already like deferring business. And then even people who wanted like particular placement, I had a friend who was doing personal shopping. So I started
just
sending all of
her.
Yeah, referring to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it really started when this friend who was buying my baskets, also her agency also signed on. And like I was doing baskets for their whole agency, all the agents. And then from there, it just like grew. Social media, again, really advertised more. Travel agents found out what I was doing.
Yeah, because you had quite a bit of like full travel agencies on board.
Yeah, we did. We were really lucky.
So cool. So cool. Well, I mean, it was a unique thing, and it's so true of like they want to send something to their guests, but like you said, like she's not local and she can't do that. So to have you there, it's just a nice gift for somebody to get on their, like, you're not expecting it. So I mean, I've gotten a couple and they were so nice. And I've seen you were made for the gift basket life.
Thank you.
You just like have an eye for that of like, you just have an eye for that.
Or a love of confetti, you know?
Yeah, very, very, very true. Very true. But you just have an eye for, I don't know, how to make something like something in a basket pretty, I guess. You know how to wrap things.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know if I feel like I've gotten better at it. I still feel like there's so much to learn about wrapping things, but like, thank you.
But no, go look at like your first gift basket to like what was your last, because we're going to get into that, because no, I'm sure you've grown tremendously.
True.
Okay, so how long did you do Mouse to Your House? Do you know?
I believe 2013 was my first year.
Okay. And now we come up to, was it 2021?
2020 was my wedding.
Okay.
And then I sold 2020.
You sold Mouse to Your House in 2021?
2021, February.
You sold your business.
I sold it.
Okay, let's backtrack because we didn't really discuss this. You went to college, but did you go to college for business?
Absolutely not. I went to school for something called Human Development and Family Studies. So basically like psychology and sociology.
Okay, and you got out of college without a business degree.
No.
You started a business from the ground up that you then sold. Yeah, let's get a round of applause because, like, amazing.
Well, you put it that way, it sounds kind of great. Thanks.
What do you mean it sounds kind of great? That's absolutely incredible.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And, okay, so you sold your business to somebody who then loved your business knowledge so much that you did not learn in college that well, I'm just saying.
My ability to Google. Yep.
Because everything's a learning. You learn as you go, right?
You're right.
And he bought your business, but then he acquired you.
Yeah.
For at least a year.
Yeah, I got a job.
You got a job.
My company and got a job at my company.
You got a job, but because you are so knowledgeable about business, he basically wanted to pick your brain.
That's very sweet. Yeah.
That's very true.
I think, yeah. I also look at it that like he gave me, it was a very magical situation, the way that I got acquired. I got acquired by a guy who loves Disney and is willing to support the business at like 1,000,000%, whatever it takes, like go crush it, live your dreams, and I will be your support, which was really cool.
Pause real quick, because Mouse to Your House does still exist for everybody listening. It does still exist. You still can get gift baskets sent to your room through Mouse to Your House.
Exactly. Yeah, and they do a great job. They just released some new snack packs that are really cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mouse to Your House still exists. I sold the company to an acquisitions firm, I guess, acquisitions group. And the premise of that was kind of, he started a collective where he was absorbing a lot of businesses, and then we would share assets like accounting, HR, anything that comes with business that's an expense, but like as an independent person, it's a lot to manage.
Yeah. Yep.
And so basically for a year, I got all that backlog stuff taken off my plate, and I got to just like do Mouse to Your House, which was really cool.
Yeah. Because I was super confused when this all happened, because I remember you were like, I no longer own Mouse to Your House, but I'm like sort of still working. And like we went on a trip and you were like, I got to do this for Mouse to Your House. And I'm like, but you sold it. And but you were still working for Mouse to Your House really up until what, 6 months ago? Not even?
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. Since June, May.
So 2 months ago. Man.
Yeah. Don't say 6 months. It hasn't been 6 months.
I feel like, well, because it was like, it was during our 10 miler. And for some reason I'm trying to think that was 6 months ago. It was not.
Yeah.
I guess it was a little while after that, but what is time?
Yeah. What is time?
Okay, great. So now you are now no longer working for him.
Yeah, I retired.
You retired, but you did, let's put it kindly, like he is able to reach out. You didn't just like
absolutely
drop everything and you're like, go on your own. You don't have me anymore.
No. Yeah. They have like full access to me whenever they need me. They know that. The woman who took over as like the new me is wonderful. She does a great job. We were friends. She worked for the company before I left. So she got to kind of absorb my knowledge before I left. And now she's doing her own thing as well, and like being creative in her own ways, which is really exciting. But yeah, they still have access to me.
Yes. So you didn't just like, here you go. So
no.
Okay. So now what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, nothing at all.
But it's glorious. It's got to be great.
It's the dream. It's been great. Yeah.
It's got to be great.
It's been like kind of crazy because I retired and then we went to Italy for like almost 3 weeks. And then we moved, as soon as I got back, we sold our house and moved back to our townhouse, which you know and love.
Yes.
And
Disney's
so
backyard.
Back. There's been like crazy stuff going on with the house with like reno and us drilling through walls and like the old tenants making a mess and all this stuff. So it's been busy, and it hasn't been until the last maybe 3 weeks that I've actually been had time to like, it's been slowed down, and I've been
digest
like,
and take it all in. Yeah.
And then, but then like you come to visit, so it's great. I'm going to
come back. I'm going to come back.
Gotta come back.
Not like I don't personally think that you do, but do you regret selling?
No.
That was a very quick no.
Yeah, I don't regret it at all. I think it was the right decision for us at the time.
We kind of skipped over this. What made you sit down and say like, I'm ready to sell? Because I personally, like, I just think about it for my own, and I guess maybe I would sell. Like, I have no intention of selling anytime soon. Because I'm still enjoying it. So I guess in my mind, the only thing that would make me want to sell would be like, I am no longer enjoying this. This is no longer bringing me joy. What was it for you?
It was a combination of a couple of things, but like definitely it wasn't bringing me joy anymore. And it was the same as kind of the story you told on our last pod about the girl who made the jewelry but like wasn't wearing it.
Yeah.
And like if you can't represent your own stuff, then I don't know. Like if you're not like proud of what you're putting out anymore, then like should you still be doing it?
Yeah. And then
not that we weren't doing a great job, because like
but you just
the
lost
business was doing great.
I would say you lost the passion for it.
Yeah, I just like lost the passion for it. So that, and like a very, very big player for us was the pandemic. So I got married March of 2020 on you were there, the last day that Disney was open.
Yes, we touched on that. Yeah.
Before they closed for COVID.
Your wedding shut down Disney.
My wedding shut down Disney. And then it also shut down my business.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, my whole...
You can't deliver baskets to people who are not at resorts.
You can't deliver right. If the parks aren't open, then like my business isn't open either.
Yeah.
So we were living through like a very hard time. I'm lucky I have like a husband that fully supports us and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a very dark time in the business. Our sales went to negative.
Well, let's backtrack here. That's exactly what I was trying to say on the last episode of like, it is very scary to take on a business and say, this is going to be my full-time job, because you never know what's going to happen. Did we know that a global pandemic was going to come and shut down Disney World?
Right.
No. Like, how
could you ever prepare for that?
In history, Disney has never shut down, and then all of a sudden it's closed for 3 months. So like, yes, you're obviously like fortunate to have AJ, but that's just a example of what I was talking about. It's very hard to be a business owner and say, I'm going to take on this on my own. And yeah, I totally forgot about that though.
Fun tip of the day, like your fun tip was about orders and like having your order number and emailing.
Yeah.
My fun tip is like, if you want to be a business owner, you should do it the right way. And what I mean by that is I think that I was lucky enough during the pandemic to survive because I was paying my taxes and like doing everything above board and was registered as an LLC. And my paycheck came out of I was paying myself with a paycheck through the business. And like, because of that, I could claim unemployment, which I needed when the business went under, because we literally our sales went from here to not only stopped, but negative, because we had to refund all those orders of people who no longer were coming because the parks were closed.
Yes.
So like, thank God for that. So my little tip is like, do it the right way, because yes, it's a pain in the butt and it's expensive and like, who wants to pay taxes and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, I thank God for unemployment. And also I was collecting Social Security and all those good things.
Yeah. And like, because just like we said, you never know what's going to happen.
Right. Like, you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, we're not going to go into another global pandemic. That cannot happen.
You never know.
You're right. You never know. But go on. Let's not even put that out in the universe.
I know.
Okay. I don't even know how we got here. So we just like really took a whole turn there. No regrets. Now you're living your life, being a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home dog mom, whatever you prefer to be called. I'm going to tell you something that really stuck with me that you said to me when I was there a couple weeks ago, which I'm still mind blown over this. You have like a planner, or maybe you had something on your phone. I forget. But you told me you do something every 15 minutes, because if not, you'll sit on the couch and just like scroll, which I am a sit on the couch scroll person. And I like to just say like, well, I'm still working. But you say you do something every 15 minutes, whether that means you get up and put a load of laundry in. That only took you a minute, but now you have 14 minutes to scroll, but you at least feel good because you did something once every 15 minutes. Yep. You're still doing that?
I'm still doing that.
And I said to you, well, like, okay, well, what if we podcast for an hour? Does that mean you now get to, that doesn't count? And you're like, no. That means right after it, I have 15 minutes, but I have to go and do something.
Yeah, I got to figure it out. Right.
That to me is like, I can't process that. But I mean, hey, that's great. It's working for you. So now you're like, you're mopping your house. You have the cleanest house I've ever seen.
You're so sweet. It's my new dream. I want to be like you when I grow up, but I want to be like a TikTok influencer in the mopping world, which I know is oddly specific, but I'm getting a lot of action on my mopping videos. People are really into it, and like I'm okay with that.
Okay, so is that really what the next plan is?
As of right now, if you ask me what I plan to do with the next year of my life, it's probably become famous on TikTok through mopping.
Okay. Where can everybody go follow you on TikTok then?
Oh my gosh. So it's actually funny. This is like a secret. I feel like I haven't added any of my like friends or family on TikTok yet besides you.
Are we not supposed to talk about it?
No, if anybody wants to watch me mop, like I'm here for it. It's Galinda Ariel.
Can you spell that?
Yeah. GALINDARIEL. It's like Galinda the Good Witch and then Ariel the Princess together. Mopping.
Okay. I need to backtrack for a second because you just said I'm embarrassed or something along those lines. Now, I just want to remind you of last week's episode. My thing was to be true to yourself and, you do you.
Yeah.
So be true to yourself and you do you. If you want to go on TikTok and mop, forget whoever wants to judge you for that. And you shouldn't care.
No, I think that's kind of where I'm at. I just like don't want to spam my Instagram because it's like all my friends and family. I don't just want everybody to think that my whole life is mopping now, but like,
well, you know what? TikTok, you're not everyone's cup of tea, but there's somebody's cup of tea that wants to, you know what though? I was watching your videos the other day and what did I do? I texted you and said, I think I need a mop. Yeah.
See? And like now the mop company reached out to me and asked if they could use my mopping videos.
No
way,
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, girl. So I'm all excited about the mop.
I'm going to stop at Lowe's on the way home and get a mop.
Maybe I'll get sponsored by mops.
I hope you do.
Thanks.
Okay, no, but really, do you see yourself, like, I know that we kind of briefly touched on this of like, we have no idea what we could see ourselves doing next, but do you see yourself being a business owner again?
Absolutely. I don't see my life without it.
Yeah, okay. Just like entrepreneur status is in your life.
Yeah. Not to say that I won't maybe explore something else in the meantime. I actually haven't told you this, but like I might apply for like a job at a retirement community because I just really love old people.
No, I could see you doing that, like doing activities with them.
Literally, that's the job. It's like activity coordinator with the old people, like right down the road. So
I could see you doing that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not counting a big girl job out, at least for like a little bit, but I can't imagine my life without doing my own thing and like building my own business.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're 2 weeks
I'm
into
the
not
mopping
having
empire will turn into that.
Okay, fair. But you see, like, this is not the end of owning a business for you.
No,
I don't think so.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you think it is for you? But you're still working, so
I still do it. I don't think it is for you. I don't think it's the end for you either. It's just in your. I mean, it's just in your brain.
Yeah, I think it's just like part of who I am.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Is there anything that you want people to know that we didn't touch on, not including your tip on how to live magically? We'll get there. But is there anything that we didn't touch on that you think people should know?
No, I don't think so. It's been a wild ride, but like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the same as our last conversation is like, you didn't dream this. You didn't think that this was possible.
Yeah.
And you kind of just like, you had this idea and you stuck with it. And I mean, that's how it all started, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're not giving up on it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Crazy.
So what is your tip then for everybody listening on how to live magically?
I think my tip is like I just said a lot of filler words. I'm so sorry to our viewing, listening audience. My tip would be to monument more occasions in life. So whether that means like when you and I are together, I'm so thankful for the times that we do our little photo shoots with Casey.
Yes.
Because like, it doesn't need to be the whole trip and the whole time, like taking pictures and being obsessed with social media and like in our phones and whatever, because we're very much not like that. But like the fact that trip now is like memorialized.
Yes.
In those photos. I love that.
I love that.
Like, I think the same, especially with business, time flies and like we're all working on Christmas Day and we're all whatever, but like taking the time to monument, like, oh, it's Christmas. We're going to sit and open presents under the tree and like do the Christmas thing.
No, I agree. And I think something that you also just said in that was to put your phone down.
Yeah. Put your phone. Yeah.
Like this is a new thing that I started doing, not to take over here, but because you just said like the photos with Casey, is that you and I, we do our photos with Casey, which are usually to promote something that I am selling. But then the rest of the trip, we're able to enjoy our time, and I used to do our trips and we would be in the parks taking photos
the whole time. And
we really weren't living for the moment, I guess. But now I have Casey, who we should have her on sometime, but
we should.
She could share just so much information about like photography that we have no idea, that doesn't cross our minds. Anyways, but now we take an hour or two out of our day. Thank you for doing it with me. But like we take the photos and then we're able to enjoy the rest of the trip. So put your phone down and don't think that we're like always on our phone. I know we were just talking about social media and how like I work 24/7 and you worked 24/7. Actually, let's backtrack on that in 5 seconds. But we do put our phones down and we do live more life behind the scenes than people think. So
definitely, there's a lot of living between each clip.
Yeah, that was a very good way to say that. There's a lot of living between each clip.
Thanks.
You asked me this, and I want to know I kind of briefed on it where your 9 to 5 is not really 9 to 5. Yours is every 15 minutes. But I guess I'm going to ask you, what is the biggest difference between your 9 to 5 when you had Mouse to your house and your 9 to 5 now?
Oh, God.
Well, because you did make your own schedule then.
I did make my own schedule then. And even when I worked, when I was acquired, my life was very flexible. I was very fortunate that it was like a 9 to 5, but also I got to work from home and was great.
Okay, fine. So let's slim it down. No. Or you have something?
No, I don't.
Okay, give me something in your 9 to 5, your Mouse to your house 9 to 5, and your something that is in your whatever you do now that's the same.
I still get up in the morning.
Well, duh. You still get up in the morning like the same time?
Yeah.
I'm glad you woke up today. What?
I'm still happy to be here.
So you still, because you get up with AJ.
Yeah, I get up with my husband. So, yeah.
I mean, so that hasn't changed. You're not just like laying around in bed all day because you have the privilege to. Could if you wanted to.
I try to still like get up and become a functional human, even if it's just to put on a Shelby shirt and some shorts.
I know, you're so cute, because when I was there like 2 weeks ago, we would get up, you'd go downstairs, AJ would start working, and you're like, hey, you want some coffee? You got me coffee, you got AJ coffee. It's like, what's for breakfast? You like do the dishes, you clean up. You are a really great housewife.
Thanks. It's fun. I love it. I love taking care of people. And so I think that like I have a Rachel Hollis journal planner where you write like things that you aspire to be like. And like a lot of the things that I write down are like, I want people to have a good time when they're in my presence. Like, which is I guess a conceited thing to say, but like,
no. You want to make sure that people are enjoying themselves around you.
Yeah.
Which I do always.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks. Same to you.
Thanks. We're fun. Although, can we just like talk about how on our trip when I was with you like 2 weeks ago, how much time we spent just like laying on the couch.
Yeah, there's a lot of living between each clip, but there's also a lot of sitting on the couch.
Yeah, like let's be real. We didn't. It was so hot. We were like, what are we gonna do? And we just laid on the couch and like shared scrolls with each other. It was okay.
It was great.
And you didn't do your 15-minute thing when I was there. Let's be real.
No, I absolutely did not. It was glorious. You can come back anytime.
All right, great. Well, I'll be there. When's our next trip? September.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Did we touch base on everything? I think so. Oh, this is so fun. I really learned a lot about you there. I had no idea that you were a travel agent.
Yeah.
And I really had no idea that group is like kind of how the whole thing started. Very, very, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, crazy.
Awesome. Well, this was so fun. Again,
it's fun.
I think the best thing about doing this podcast with you is that we get to chat every single week, and there's just no excuse.
Spend time together.
Really.
Yeah.
I've been with you, I feel like all day today. Because I call you on my way here. It's great. Awesome. Yeah. So then, well, we'll chat next week.
Catch you on the next one.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.